Hello and good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, okay. So can you please turn on your camera? Okay, that's great. So it's good to see you again here in my class. And so how are you today?
I'm very well.
Very well, that's great. Okay, so are you done eating your dinner?
I'll eat my dinner.
Okay, so what did you eat for your dinner?
I eat rice, two bowl of rice, um, some meat, and some vegetables.
Oh, wow. That would be yummy because you ate vegetables. Okay, so that's great. So now, Anne, we're going to have to discuss unit 4D. I think this is D. Okay, let me check. Okay, yes, this is D. We are now in our reading. It's all about gliders in the storm. Okay, so here in task 1, I want you to look at the title and the pictures. Read the I can statement for this lesson, and you're going to predict what happens in the text. So I want you to tell your ideas. When we say predict, this means looking at the future. What may happen in the future? Okay. So now, here, a bumpy ride. Okay. Can you see the picture of a bumpy ride?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. So now, how? I want you to read the I can statement below this one. Can you please read this one, Anne?
yeah, I see.
You cannot see it?
Yeah,
Yeah, can you? Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you see my screen clearly?
yes,
Yes. Okay, great. So now I want you to read this one.
I can understand a talk about a paraglider.
Yes, what does it mean by a paraglider? What is a paraglider? Yeah, what is the meaning of a paraglider?
A rider
Yeah, what's the meaning of paraglider?
is a rider who I don't even know paradise.
Okay, so when we say paraglider, um, it can be an adventure. Yeah, paraglider. Okay, this means it is a sport in which a person jumps from a high place, such as a cliff or an airplane, and uses a special kind of parachute to float down to the ground. Okay, can you see this picture here? This is a picture
When I
of a
understand it,
paragliding. Okay, very good.
disabled rider.
Yes,
Is
that's correct. Okay, so now let's learn the words from our vocabulary. I want you to repeat after me. You say bumpy.
not even with a lot of bumps.
Yes, bumpy means not even with a lot of bumps. What does it mean by bumps? Okay, when you are riding a car, your car is doing like this, up, down, because of lots of bumps on the road. That means that the road is not straight or flat. It has lots of bumps. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay, just turn on your camera and you don't need to take it off while we're having a class. Okay, next we have spin. You
to
say,
turn round
okay, I want you to repeat the word first. Spin.
the beat.
Okay, what's the meaning of spin?
to turn round and round quickly to make something to this.
Okay, so for example, this one, I'm gonna spin this one. Okay, so this means spinning. Okay, spinning like this, spinning. Okay, this is an example of spinning. Or if I'm gonna do this in a flat table, this is spinning. Okay, so now I want you to use bumpy in a sentence. What's your sentence for the word bumpy? Yeah, what's your sentence for the word bumpy? Okay, what's your sentence for the word bumpy?
Mm, Bumpy is not even with a lot of bounce.
No, 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 no. I want you
A
to
sentence with a bumpy.
yeah, sentence for bumpy. Okay. So what's your sentence for bumpy? I want you to use it. For example, me, I'm going to give my sentence for bumpy. Okay.
Ah, the bumpy. Um, I was no the the car was bumpy
What? The car?
after the cab car was bumpy
Okay. Maybe the car was
due to a
bumping.
lot of
The car was bumping. Okay, you can say the road is very bumpy. It has a lot of bumps. Okay, what about spin and spin?
spin. The span fan is spinning.
Very good. Great. Next, we have take off. Can you please repeat this one? Take off.
Take
Take
off.
off.
Okay, take off. This means to leave the ground and begin to fly. For example, okay, the first part that when you ride an airplane is it's going to take off. Okay, the flight attendant will say, okay, so please fasten your seatbelt now because we're going to take off. That means that the airplane is starting to fly. Do you got it?
Yes.
Okay, so now I want you to use take off in a sentence.
I'll take off. This is the morning. I take off pajama and wear a uniform school. No, school uniform.
Okay, can you please repeat Anne?
It's for a morning. I was take off my pajamas and wear a school uniform.
Okay, very good. That's a great example. Next, we have approach.
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 Okay, what does it mean by the word approach? Do you know the meaning of approach? What's the meaning of approach?
Approach. Mm. I don't know it approach.
Okay, approach means to come near to somebody or something in distance or time. For example, okay, so let's just imagine that there is someone here. For example, my sister. Okay, so this is teacher A, and this is her sister. I'm going to go to my sister and will tell her, "Hey, let's eat dinner now," said mom. So that way, I am approaching my sister. Another example. Okay, I'm gonna approach you in Zalo. I will say, "Okay, Anne, I'm now waiting in Zoom." So that is another example for approach. Yeah. Do you got it?
Yes.
Okay, so now I want you to use approach in a sentence or give another example of approaching.
Mm,
It's okay. I want you to think.
it's
Yeah, I'm
10
asking you
kilometers.
what?
I am 10 kilometers approaching in Hanoi.
Okay, very good. Next we have land.
land,
Lando. Lando.
Okay, so what is the meaning of land?
Out round.
What?
Uh, out round out which owned by somebody.
Okay, yes. But when you say a land, that is a verb. This means to come down through the air onto the ground or another surface. So this is the opposite of take off. Okay, so for example, if the plane is taking off, begin to fly, then the flight attendant will say, "Okay, so now I want you to ready because we are now landing on the ground." So that means going down. Do you got it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so now I want you to give an example for land or use it in a sentence.
Mm, the flight, the airplane was landed.
Okay, the airplane landed. Very good. Okay, last we have reach. This means it is also a verb that means to arrive at the place that you have been traveling to. Okay, the flight attendant will say, "Okay, okay, so remove your seatbelt now because we finally reach our final
Oh,
destination." We reach now our final destination. That means that you are already on your destination. You have just arrived. Do you got it?
yeah.
Okay, so now what's your sentence for reach? What's your sentence for reach?
Mm, reach. But my my friend was reach me.
What?
Uh, I will reach Hanoi at 8 p.m.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, so now, Anne, do you have any question regarding the words from our vocabulary?
I have a question. The
Okay.
question
Yeah,
is land verb, but land in a noun is not come down. Land is brown piece of ground pushed out by somebody.
Yeah, so there's two meaning of land. Okay, land, which is a verb that means to come down, and a land, which is a noun that we own as a property. Yes. Okay, so do you know now that there are two lands?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so now, Anne, do you still have other clarification? Okay,
Mm,
so since it seems like you don't have any questions, so let's take a look at the the next set of words. Okay, so here we have trap.
Trap.
Okay, can you please read the
Trap.
meaning of trap?
To put somebody in a dangerous place that they cannot get out of. That is um card, kind of card in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It's a game by Konami.
Okay. So trap, to put somebody in a dangerous place that they cannot get out of. Okay, so for example, if you find a mice or a mouse, okay, then you trap it in a small plastic by using cheese. Okay, so that means that you trap the mouse or a mice. Okay, next we have champion. Okay, next we have champion.
Champion.
Yeah, what's the meaning of champion?
That is a winner from a sport league.
Okay. What? Can you please repeat? Just turn on your camera, Anne.
Is mm, okay.
Yeah? What's the meaning of champion for you?
Is a winner from a sport league.
Okay, so that means you win in a sport or in a game. A person, team, or etc. that has won a competition, especially in a sport. Okay, so now, okay, so why is it that I can only see your keyboard? Okay, I want you to show your face. Yeah. Okay, can you please show your face first, Anne? Yeah. Okay, so anyway, what is your example for sport?
A champion from sport.
Yeah.
That is not Al Hilal from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Okay, very good. Next, we have carry on. This means to continue moving. Okay, you can carry on. So you can continue to live or what else like that. So now I want you to give example for carry on.
Carry on is to continue moving.
Yes. Can you please use that one in a sentence?
Mm, find it.
Yeah. What's your sentence for that?
I haven't find.
Okay. Can you please repeat? And I can't hear you well.
I don't search in it.
Okay. I'm
Is
sorry. Can you check your internet connection? I can't hear you. You're a little bit choppy.
that is. Mm,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't.
Can you please speak
I
again?
doesn't. I don't.
It's
I
okay. Okay.
don't
It's
searching.
okay. It's okay now. I think I can hear you well now. Okay. So what's your sentence for carry on?
I don't searching certain has a won't carry on. Won't carry on.
Okay. You don't have a sentence for the word carry on. Is that what you mean? Okay. So you can carry on your job. Okay, that is just an example. So next we have experience. Can you please say it again?
Experience.
Experience.
Okay, so what is the definition of experience in your own opinion? What's the definition of experience for you or in your own opinion? Yes, what's your
That is which that is something which um somebody has been told.
Okay, that is correct. Very good. Or it is the knowledge and skill that you have gained through doing something for a period of time. And you tell it to somebody or you share it to somebody, your own experience. Very good. Next, we have
Enormous.
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 Okay, this means extremely large or big. Okay, can you please give something that is enormous? Yeah, that is enormous.
So this is very enormous.
Okay, very good. Next, we have thunderstorm.
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 Okay, so what's your sentence? What is a thunderstorm? What is thunderstorm?
Thunderstorm.
Yeah.
It's a thunder and a storm.
Okay. So they a storm with thunder and lightning and usually very heavy rain. Okay. Yes, you are correct. A thunder with a storm. Okay. So now I want you to repeat all the words from our vocabulary. Can you please say it all?
Mm, track, track, champion, carry on, experience, enormous, thunderstorm.
Okay. So great. So now Do you have any question from the words here?
Mm, I don't have a question in
Okay,
here.
great. So now let's proceed with task 2. I want you to match the six highlighted verbs of movement in the text with the definitions below. Then you can write the infinitives. Okay, so we have here highlighted verbs. I'm going to highlight this one for you. Okay, so we have this one. Highlighted verbs which are spinning, took off, approaching, headed, landed, and reach. Okay, so we have the verbs of movement. For number 1, can you please read this one, Anne? Can you please read
To
number
go
1?
round and round quickly. Go round, round quickly.
Yes, to go round and round quickly. So what word is that?
Um, to go round and round quickly is mm, spinning.
Okay, yes. This is spinning or spin. Okay, so what about number 2? What about number 2? Can you please read number 2?
Um, to go up from the round is
Okay, to go up from the ground. So
to
what
roll
word
up from
is
the
that?
round.
Okay, so this is take off or took off. Very good. Okay, so for this one, I want you to write the infinitives, not the correct word for this one. For example, spinning. So what would be the infinitive for spinning? That is spin. Okay, took off. This is take off. Okay, to come down to the ground, this is land. Very good. How about number 4? To move nearer. To move nearer. Okay, so this is approach. What about number 5? To arrive at a certain place. Okay, that's reach. Very good. How about the last word? To move in an certain direction. Okay, that's head. Very good because you got a perfect score here. Okay, so now let's proceed with the reading strategy. Can you please read that one?
To have you decide with phrase fit with carbs. Think about the grammar of each sentence. For example, is first one the common verb or is a technical word again?
Okay, so now did you understand the reading strategy? Yeah, did you understand the reading strategy, Anne?
to help you decide which phrase fit which gaps. Think about the grammar of a sentence. For example, if the first word is a gap, a verb is a different kind of word needed.
Okay, so that is the reading strategy. Oh, wow. So for this one, here in task 3, I want you to look at the gaps in the text. You're going to answer the question with gaps, which gaps between or begin with a verb in the past simple. Okay, so here we have, I want you to write about the story of a bumpy ride. Okay, can you please read that?
Yeah. Oh, a bumpy ride in February
2007.
2007. About 200 paragliders were in Australia for a few days to prepare for the World Championship. They include Eva Bush near Scott
Ewa
as the men are
Wisniewska.
world
Okay.
champions. One morning, as the competition started, the higher and higher, the thunderstorm which was approaching. However, they decided to carry on. After the all this were a best riders in the world. They were certainly skillful enough. Blah blah blah. Also, they told. Unfortunately, as the competitor took off, the weather quickly um, became worse.
Okay, so what's your answer in
As
numbers 2 and 3? K. Okay. Just continue reading N.
that's what the start of the most terrifying and dangerous experience in her life. Eva tried to get away from the storm, but too immense was the crowd.
Okay.
The crowd came together and trapped her. The crowd pulled Eva up inside the storm by a leaf in a vine. She were getting ready to take off with lightning and hail all around her.
Okay.
I was shaking. The total border of the walls. Just last thing I remember is what dark. I could hear lightning all around me. Zero and altitude nearly 10,000 meters as higher than the Mount Everest, and then lost. And then lost um, consciousness
Okay.
at the height of the table was about -40 Celsius, and there was very little oxygen. Died.
Okay.
Steve sustained, died sustained. For 40 minutes, I was unsure. When she woke up, the fish was still inside the storm. It was dark and hailstones were flying past. They were as big as tennis balls. But fortunately, her hear the she got away uh, she got away with it was still in one piece.
Okay.
Mm, eventually, I will come out the storm and saw a small farm underground. She had toward and landed safely. She fell around and rolled over to with a confused to come for help, but eventually she was 6 kilometers away
Okay.
from the place to spend more time on the ground. She was covered on ice but alive. Godfrey witnessed the others organizer of the championship described her as luckiest woman in the world. This is like winning the lottery 10 times in a row. That's how lucky woman is. The logical reason why she got away she got away with it, he said. With it.
Okay.
Um, Sadly, Ashanika Visa was not as not lucky her. He through the same storm and died. Eva has first tour of the island here and left into an hospital treatment with various contact to watch if she tries too fantastic to top because of an accident, she said.
Okay, continue. So are you now done? Are you now done reading Anne? Hello,
I
Anne. Are
am I was digging about 3 blank left.
what did you say?
In the three blank left was I
Okay, so
was first
it was quite hard.
I was thinking
Okay,
I
you're
was still
thinking.
thinking
Okay, and just tell me once you have an answer now. Okay? Okay, are these your final answers now?
Is what my final answer.
Final answer, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, wait me a little bit. I'm going to copy this one so that I can check. J. 7 is D. 8 is F. Okay. 9 is C. 10 is I. Okay, so now let's check your answers.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so wait me a little bit. This one.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so here. For one is letter H. We're getting ready to take off. Two is letter B. Very good. Number three, let me see. Number three is K. Very good. Four is E. Great. Five is, where's number five? A. Okay, I'm gonna X this one. Six is J. Very good. Seven is letter D. Eight is C. Okay. Nine is F. And for number 10, it's letter I. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's okay. 6 out of 10. Okay, so now, Anne, do you have any clarification regarding the story A Bumpy Ride?
I don't have any question.
Okay, so what can you say about the story Bumpy Ride? Yeah, what can you say the story about A Bumpy Ride?
I don't see it.
Okay, so what can you say about the story A Bumpy Ride?
Your eyes now. I haven't seen it before.
What?
I don't save it. I haven't before.
You haven't what? I can I can't understand what you're saying.
Been I haven't
Ah, you've never do it
been it
before?
before.
Okay. So for next week, we're going to continue with task 5. Okay, so since you don't have any question, and thank you so much for joining my class tonight. I'll be seeing you next week on Tuesday. Okay, so bye bye. Have a good night. Keep safe always and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye, Anne.
Goodbye.